You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host, Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts, Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
You are listening to The Money Hour at 1150 AM KKNW, the Friday, September 18th virtual show. Because of COVID-19, our show is temporarily moved virtually. You can also listen to our show on podcast or on air on Saturday at 3 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Sunday at 8 a.m. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And I'm your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
We are here to help you build a strong financial blueprint, 1 week and one show at a time. If you're hearing our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. We're here to answer any questions or connect you with the guests that we have on the show today. Please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. And now in studio, PJ Glassey of X Gym, how to make your own ultimate home gym for $40 requiring no space, right here in 1150 AM KKNW. PJ, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks. It's great to be here.
All right, and a little bit about PJ. PJ started personal training in 1987. That was a year after I graduated high school. I just wanted to throw that out there. And grew his business successfully for the following 11 years, training clients out of their homes and local area gyms. With these clients helped as a test subject, PJ invented his multi-protocol concept and refined it through the 1998 when he formally introduced it to the X Gym. He now runs his X Gym in Kirkland with 5 other trainers, as well as live online training with clients all over the world. PJ is a health and fitness researcher, exercise physiologist, biohacker, author, private pilot, world record stair climber, and inventor. His most recent invention, called the Uplifter, is the main topic for today. It's a complete home gym. It takes up 0 space in your home. The best part, he will share how you can build one all by yourself for under $40.
Right on.
TJ, this is so cool. I've actually got over this. First of all, I got the COVID-15, like I'm sure like so many other people did. And then I finally got over the excuse of COVID. Like there was this COVID, we can't work out, anything that you can convince yourself to not do it. So I'm over that now. I finally went to the gym yesterday and I'm back to physical therapy. I had an ACL injury. So right in line, and I'm starting to think about, okay, we got to add more to this. I'm excited to hear what you got to say. Tell me about this DIY home gym you've invented and how it can help a guy like me to get rid of that COVID-15.
Yes, sirree, it sure can, because exercise is one of the keystone, they call it a keystone habit. And the reason that exercise works so well is it helps support other healthy habits. So they always say it's 80% nutrition and 20% exercise, right? Well, the 80% nutrition part is way harder to do if you're not exercising, because exercise causes like a domino effect of other things in your body, ranging from metabolism to habits to cortisol reduction to certain brain chemicals that encourage you to be healthier. And so it starts this snowball cascade of other healthy habits. And that's why it supports those so well. So it's really disproportionate when people put out that 80-20 rule, although nutrition is so important. But I made this DIY thing because I wanted people to be able to do something real easy that provides them with a lot of exercises. And there's over 200 exercises you can do with this. And so I've made YouTubes. There's a couple YouTubes. I made little bit.ly links. I don't know how we can get these to people if they want them, but it's bit.ly/uplifter1. It's all lowercase and it's all like one word, and the 1 is a number. And then uplifter2 is the other link, because some people had some additional questions on how to make it. But it's tons of exercises, doesn't take up any space. And for the people who are watching this episode, I can show you kind of it's like a clip and some ropes and some handles. And these are all things that you can get at the hardware store, and it hangs from the top of your door. And so it literally doesn't take up any space. And that's one of the excuses that people have is, well, I just don't have the space for a home gym. And for most people, that's legit. They don't. But also people say, oh, it's just too expensive. I don't have the money for it. Because you go online and you look at home gyms and they're really expensive and it's a pretty big investment. Or it's, there's dumbbells everywhere, or even some people don't have enough space for an inflatable ball. So this solves all those problems and takes those excuses away, because a lot of times people, it's legit, it's a real excuse. And sometimes it's, well, some reason to put it off. But either way you look at it, this is a solution.
So PJ, with any great idea, great product, there is always a story behind it. And I would love for you to share today, how did you come up with this idea?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of wired as an inventor, but also an innovator. And this is really an innovation on another product, the TRX suspension training system. And so with the TRX, you've got straps and buckles and height adjustments, and you can get a TRX. And I think, gosh, they're all the way down to like $140 on Amazon, the home version. And that's fine. That'd be great. And that's what people do if they don't want to make their own. But I just wanted to invent this so people could make their own for way less money. And there's also a psychological benefit to making your own, because when you do that and you go to the trouble of going to the hardware store to buy the stuff and then assembling it and putting it together, you're actually 3 or 4 times more likely to use it than people who just buy something and then it, like you all know, you buy your elliptical or your bike and you're really excited and you ride it once or twice and then it turns into a towel drying rack. So there's a brain hack in there that when you do it and you put the effort into it, you're more likely to use it. Same thing with when you cook food with your kids. You can get your kids involved with making a healthy meal and they're going to think it tastes really good and they're going to be excited to eat it. But if you make that food yourself and give it to them, they're going to go, ew, I hate such and such because it's healthy or whatever. So there's just that psychological kind of hack to it. But it's an innovation on that, because the TRX is a little bit more complicated, with the buckles and height adjustments and things. And this is a climbing rope or any rope it could work with. And so it's got prusik knots instead of buckles. So it's easier, quicker adjustments, and the handles are more comfortable and the straps are more comfortable, and it's quick clips and things like that. And it's easy to throw in a suitcase. You can take it with you other places too. And it's lighter. So there's just lots of improvements on it for a lot less money.
I love it. So answer me this, PJ, just like any business person out there, most people would sell this thing or try to patent it or whatever else. Why are you giving away the plans and not selling it? What a guy you are.
Well, it's really more about me hating retail. I'm not into it. So, I guess if there was a partner out there that wanted to do that with me, that would be great. But honestly, the main reason is if I just wanted to make a video that people could see and choose if they want to do it or not, because that's helping more people than maybe me being a production bottleneck. It'd be great if the video went viral so people could, spread around, and then I'd feel a lot better just helping more people. And it's other things that I've come up with, like fitness chocolate. I get the same thing from people. If you go to our website, xgem.com, and you click on recipes at the top of the page, it'll bring you to our recipe site. And one of our flagship recipes is fitness chocolate. It's a healthy chocolate. And people tell me all the time, why don't you sell that? And it's my same answer. Well, I hate retail, and it helps more people if they do it themselves and it's free. So that's, I guess, the 2 main reasons.
I love that. When you come from a place of contribution, you absolutely 100% monetize. That's really what life is about. It's finding how you can contribute, and the monetize will work itself out. And, myself, I'm a time management business efficiency coach. And I always say I can't help people make more time, but I can help them make more out of the time they have. Time is limited, and it really is a choice in where you decide to spend your time. Now, your workout only takes 21 minutes of time twice a week. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, that's another innovation. So a lot of people don't realize that traditional training was invented back in 1891 by Eugene Sandow, who came up with the sets and reps method in order to bulk people up. So for bodybuilders, it's still a great idea. But for people that just want to be fit and healthy and they want functional fitness, there's better stuff out there. And there's been a lot of research that's come out since 1891, and I've studied it and developed these methods. And so as I was developing them over the years, the last 30 years, they got quicker and safer and shorter and more efficient. And so it evolved into 21 minutes twice a week. And that's equivalent to about 7 hours of traditional training. So it's a big, huge time hack, and it's a lot safer too.
So what about beginners and things like that? Is it safe to use? How do you use this thing in general?
Yeah, it's very safe to use. And people can go on YouTube and just search for TRX exercises, and there's a ton out there. And then of course we have an exercise app, info at xgym.com/app. And then I have a lot of exercises for this thing uploaded to that too. But our methodology is very controlled motions and like body weight stuff, lightweight stuff, elastic resistance stuff. So it's a lot safer because of that control, more time under tension, no ballistic motions, things like that. It's completely different from traditional training. It's more like Tai Chi /bar /Pilates kind of stuff, all kind of rolled together, but it's its own thing.
So as we're wrapping up our time here with you today, PJ, there was an article that I read that stated 48% of people say that they put on weight during the lockdown. How will Ultimate Home Gym help you lose weight during the lockdown?
Well, again, it gets back to the keystone habit, because once people start exercising regularly, then it's a cascade of other things that start to happen, and it makes those other habits easier. And what I tell people is, for more explanation, to sign up for our VIP list. It's totally free, great information. And that's also a bit.ly link, bit.ly/xgymvip, where they get lots of really great information and tips and tricks and hacks, biohacks and shortcuts and all that kind of stuff. But for sure, regular exercise being that keystone habit to support all the other healthy habits is huge.
Perfect. I have to ask one more question. Do you still do personal training at homes?
Yeah, we do. We do online training. Yeah, we do online training with people all over the world. And we have, of course, training at our Kirkland Club. But we've actually been doing online training since 2018 in a really big way. So when the COVID thing came, it was really easy for us to pivot to that with the rest of our people that were coming to the club.
Yeah, great. Well, PJ, thank you so much for coming into studio and sharing such great tools and things for our listeners, and really coming from a place of contribution. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
Coming up next in the Money Hour, the UPS Stores, a small business that cares about small businesses. Pia Patel of the US UPS Store, Kenmore, right here in 1150 AM KKNW.